What's up, miscreants? Yup, we're here at ALS. There is a few units I wanted to do, just because I like Freeman a lot. So obviously with the Freeman Godly, I wanted to do Freeman Godly. But to begin with, I want to do these three. These two are, Fern and Stark. I don't think I need to tell you about them. They're Freeman characters if you didn't know. And I also just happen to have this one, and I decided that I might as well do her because she doesn't have a whole lot going on, and I don't know. I just felt like it. So I'm throwing these three together in one video though, because none of them are very good. I do have Overlord on all of them though, so maybe that's a part of the issue, just maybe. So we'll start with Fern. So to begin with, you can probably tell this damage it's fine. It is not that crazy. It's nothing. It's nothing to like giggle at, but it's not that good either. It's actually pretty bad. Air, nature's always fine, but she's more of a support than anything else. A lot of her damage is going to come from Zoltrok, whatever. Zeltrek, I guess, as the ALS calls it. Yay. Which scales with obviously, her current upgrade, which does 250% damage times her current upgrade, which she has 10 upgrades, so, that is big. That's a lot of damage. That's why her number here is so low, I think. It's because they wanted to have this speed somewhat balanced. She's fairly expensive overall, so not a whole lot going on there. It makes me mad. This makes me mad. The fact that Freeran Zoltrok is worse makes me upset. I mean, it's not the worst, but it is worse. Significantly so, I think. I don't know, it's been a minute since I've taken a look at it, because I just kind of put it on auto and wait. Protective Blessing, 2 shields. Every time a unit is stunned, they remove a shield, I think. Or attempted to be deleted or anything like that. I haven't tested it for deletion, so I'm not certain. But it gives some minor buffs as well, which just aren't showing up on Fern, but they exist, I promise. So yeah. The main thing Wow. Okay, but the main thing with Fern is being a support. So to begin with, Mana Overflow. Every time you use one of her abilities, it increases her elemental advantage for all units in her range by 50% for 30 seconds, which is actually fairly good. I mean, whoa, I just fell off the map. It's pretty good. It's nothing crazy, and I mean, you are spamming the abilities as much as you can. Basically, you always want to have one of her abilities going. Also applies Weaken to enemies in range, which I can't exactly remember what Weaken does, to be perfectly honest. Is that the one where it makes him take extra? That's the one where it makes him have a higher crit chance, I think. I can't remember off the top of my head, but enemies take slightly more damage, which I mean like 5% more. That's nothing. That might as well not even be a part of it. Finally, enemy type analysis. Tanks, sprinters, clones, and airs all receive different effects. Shred, pressure, restrict, and petrify, respectively. I have never seen restrict, ever. I'm not sure if this is new to Fern. I assume it is, but it is very interesting. It makes the enemies not flown, which is actually really nice. Pressure it's pressure. Shred is fine. It makes them take more crits and crit damage and damage. It's just generic damage debuff. Petrify is a nice little damage thing. Only problem is, well, not really. There isn't really a problem with it. It's actually just good. It's just good. She's a really good counter to air enemies because of that. And then Restrict is fairly good. Overall, unit is very support heavy, which I guess makes sense. Look, I'm not super happy with it, though. With Fern. I thought Fern would be a lot better. She's fine. She's fine. She's very niche, which is not great. So Stark is not going to take nearly as long. Full AoE, he becomes hybrid eventually. His damage is not that good. He has Bolt, which is fine. I don't like or dislike Bolt. It's just okay. Unless Plasma is being applied, then it is good. He was doing about 300 million. Yeah, something along those lines. This is with Overlord, though, so you do have to keep that in mind. Fire, though, we do not need another fire unit right now. Unless they, want to rework Escanor. That'd be pretty sweet. That would be nice. I hope they do that. Every 30 seconds, it deals 2 times damage and applies Plasma. I assume off of that multiplier. It doesn't explicitly say it, but I'm just guessing that it is doing that, which isn't bad. I mean, that's pretty decent. Iron Will is essentially stun immunity. At first, it's not, but it'll build up into stun immunity and also give some buffs to the unit. I mean, are you getting stunned? Is stun that big of a deal? Like, Ferna just covers that already, having the shield thing. Stark is bad. Stark and Fern both pretty much exist just to get the free run godly, which I don't like. I feel like they could have been done better than they were, but I don't know. Noir robots. So to begin with, bleed, not bad. Damage isn't bad. Nothing here is bad. To begin with, combo chain. She has a weird 10-hit thing. On the every 5 hits, I think, or something like that. Yeah, every 5 hits is a guaranteed crit. But after 10 hits, she switches to a heavier weapon, which does more damage with more range. And on the final hit of that heavy weapon thing, it has another guaranteed crit. And there's a chance within the 10-hit interval that she does a little follow-up thing, I think, that has a 5% chance to deal half her damage and apply detonation, detonation is super strong, given time. Given the time, detonation could be really good. Also evade, which is fine. 50% chance to dodge stuns. If she dodges a stun, though, this is like 5 times damage and apply detonation. That's actually really good. So if you're in a situation where you're getting stunned a lot, and you just happen to have her with a good trait, she could work. She could be usable. I do think there's better options, but I think that's pretty sweet. Self-destruct, 250 times damage. I assume it applies detonation off that multiplier. Again, it doesn't say it, which means it couldn't. It might not. It might not, but I assume it does. It's a stun, self-stun, and a damage debuff, I guess, DPS debuff afterwards, but the ability itself seems fairly good. It's really nothing too out of hand, though. I mean, it's a fairly balanced ability for a unit like this. Overall, these 3 units are not great, but Fern and Noir are not the worst. Stark is pretty bad. Stark's actually really bad. Because new players can't get him. If he could, then he'd be good. Or better, I guess. Yeah, that's it. Not a whole lot else going on with these units. So, bye bye.
Guli 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 watcha lingango 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 guli 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 watcha lingango lingango